With these big hands of his, insert joke about guys with big hands and even bigger junk, but like seriously, it kind of reminds me now of a more John Romita Jr. style Spider-Man. Interesting. I wonder if that's what they were going for with this one. No, that logo doesn't look anything like it. I don't know. I mean, I've seen people refer to this as like the animated series style Spider-Man, but also, judging by the actual webs around the logo, oh wait, that one faded web, maybe. Maybe. I have no idea. Never looked that much like the animated series, if you ask me. Hello and welcome to a Mugman Modification Madness episode. Today, we're going to be taking a look at my modified triple threat sneak attack or Marvel Legends, Urban Legends Spider-Man figure. Probably wondering, Mugman, what's the modification? Is it these Hasbro shins with a Hasbro style and ankle pivot? But those who are eagle-eyed among you, as Gwen Webb used to say. Really do miss that guy. He's got individual finger articulation. This is a side note, but I recommend everyone have at least one little homemade Spider-Man web that's all bendy, that has like a magnet on the end, so you can do cool crap like this guy dangling there, just hanging around. Pun fully intended, but is it really a pun when it's, it's right there. It's just what he's doing. Yeah, remember crushing things from like 2006? Yeah, me neither. This is something I've wanted for years, and it's actually the whole reason why I bought that Iron Spider-Man, who broke. Really trying to get him ready for a photo shoot with the flip-off brigade, and then his leg broke. How disappointing. All that in a video that may never actually air. How even more disappointing. Might take the Iron Spider-Man's feet, though, and put them on this guy since they have a toe joint. You know? Kind of get that back to what it used to be. Because my dog, that little dog of mine had to eat his feet, or at least just the one. Why, Mandy? Why you do this? Fully admit that the right hand looks better than the left. Also, my line work is kind of sloppy. Repainted some of the lines throughout the suit and the head because they were coming off in places. But yeah, for all, it makes me wonder, why didn't Toy Biz just give us one with individual fingertips? See, that's what I'm talking about, like that hand. I had to add some more sculpt or sand that down. But yeah, I mean, outside of the toe joints, this guy would be like the perfect Spider-Man. And it still fits in with like Hasbro figures, because Hasbro figures lack a lot of the sculpted detail and opt to just paint them on. So it's got that going for it. And of course, individual finger articulation. You know what that means? I lost one member of the flip-off brigade to gain a whole new member, and arguably a cooler member. Not that there's anything wrong with the Iron Spider, but this figure was kind of lacking. At least his head is cool, so I resculpted it so it looked a bit less alien and put it on my black suit Spidey. I would say this guy has standard Toy Biz Spider-Man figure articulation, but then again, so many sculpted but not well articulated Spider-Man Classics figures. Sold Urban Legends Sneak Attack Spider-Man. What was it? Triple Threat Spider-Man. I think that's what this particular one was, actually. But, it was all the same body and same deco. I think this body was also reused for Mr. Fantastic, but didn't have individual finger articulation either. But, of course, his head can rotate. There isn't really neck pivot. Head looks up that far, down pretty far. He's got butterfly joints that go in that far, out that far, so pretty good, actually. He's got ball jointed shoulders that go this far up, this far down. They do a 360 at this shoulder. It's difficult to do this one-handed. Hold on. He's got a bicep swivel, which does a full rotation, but I'm always paranoid about doing that because sometimes broken joints. But double jointed elbows, which go in pretty far. Like, damn, Hasbro, can you do this with like your Retrowave Spider-Man and Sunfire Body Spider-Man so I don't have to keep modifying the arms? Got a forearm rotation, wrist hinge that goes as far up, that far down, and of course, his newly constructed individual finger articulation. Of course, he's got an ab crunch that goes as far forward, that far back. Waist swivel, which is missing on the retrowave figure, and I might still try to put on mine, but at this point it's more of a pied dream. It's got ball jointed hips that go that far forward and that far back. They go out about that far, and of course they rotate. Also rotation at the thigh, double jointed knees, shin swivel, which is always missing on Hasbro Spider-Man. Like, what the? And of course, since this is Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure, like shins, ankle rocker goes that far, yes, down as far up. And of course, Hasbro's Stylin' ankle pivot, which, man, that looks way simpler than a lot of the ways Toy Biz made ankle pivot, so I wonder why they didn't come up with that shit. So gotta, get him a new foot here with toe hinge. Then he'd be, I guess, my quintessential Spider-Man. Other than, the sculpted stuff not matching. I don't know, I could probably put some sculpt on that, cover up these. Cover up the web lines, paint them on, and then it would probably match a whole lot better.
Or what I could do is get one of those bootleg Spider-Man figures from AliExpress. The kind that have, that are on the Pizza Spidey, but have, like, a toe joint and boot swivel as I'm dropping it. Man, this guy really doesn't stand well. Those Toy Biz hips are, okay, well, yeah, of course they're going to hold shape when I'm trying to... Yeah, there we go. Very loose. Gotta get some super glue.
Ooh, cool Spider-Man-y poses. So these hands look a little on the big side, but not too bad, actually. Could always be way worse. I don't know. It looks good to me. Now, if only I could buy another first appearance Spider-Man, because my other one is broken again. Because they always just get broken for no reason. Toy Biz, explain. I was just moving this guy around like normal and this shit broke. Why is it every first appearance Spider-Man I ever get, the pelvis breaks? Except this one, I'm gonna do some custom figure wizardry on. Allow me to explain. I'm going to take this man. I'm going to separate his torso, and since I have this guy, and he's not really going to be doing anything after I pop open that torso joint on this guy and put his arms in, perhaps I can take his lower body here. Maybe resculpt that hole. Plug it into this guy. Doing some serious modification. I might have to cut like all that. Make a new kind of joint with his pelvis here. And who knows, maybe I can get some articulation out of it, because this guy also does not go forward or back all that much, let alone actually hold a pose. Maybe I shall. I will rebuild you, my flip-off brigade brother, better than ever. Ain't that enough to warm a man's heart? The flip-off brigade with some new members, some repaints of old members, because I used some of those members to make other members, and they're all holding out hope that this guy can be fixed. And a completely new member, made from the pieces of a broken member that I didn't much care for anyway. Yeah, ain't that just the most wholesome thing? This one goes out to my sister's customizing habits and leaving a bunch of glitter all over the workbench. Because now it's just everywhere, including on this guy. And I hate it, because it's really actually hard to get off. Damn it. Also, his flipping hand doesn't look entirely decrepit. Especially from, like, this angle, yeah. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, actually. Wait, that's my, Mugman Modification Madness episode. Yeah, but finally, this guy with some individual finger articulation. That's great. It's just exactly what I wanted since, like, day one of getting this figure. In fact, I thought he came with it, but he doesn't. I really need to make a soundproof room in this house, because, I'm getting really tired of hearing my mom talking to my grandmother in the other room. I'm trying to record a video. Anyway, that's my review, guys. Expect to see this guy somewhere on my channel doing something, so, have a good day, everyone. Oh no, Spidey fans, Spider-Man has been knocked the fuck out by Venom. He's completely at his mercy. Will Venom eat him? Will Venom do some terrible thing you'd find in R34 and Tumblr? Find out next video for a not very satisfying answer, I'm sure.